Welcome to the best hour of their day podcast with your hosts, Jason Fernandez.
And me, Jason Ackerman. With more than 20 years in the business,
as both coaches and affiliate owners,
our passion is to help create world-class affiliates
and coaches by building
better boxes. Welcome to
the best hour of your day.
Welcome back to Best Hour of Their Day. We are here in beautiful Tennessee. We are filming Season 4 of Dropping In, as well as getting some amazing interviews. Adrian Bosman, Chris Hinshaw, so many awesome people in the CrossFit space. But this podcast in particular, we are super excited. We've been teasing it. The day is here. We are going to make our tremendous, our huge, our stupendous.
Do you even know what that means?
I'll look it up later. Announcement.
Yeah, it is official, ladies and gentlemen. We are the first and only ever CrossFit endorsed business coaching program specifically for affiliate owners. That means nobody else has officially been given this, I guess, what do you want to call it?
The ball.
The ball.
The brass ring.
We get the honor of serving the affiliate community and working tandem with CrossFit to help make sure that every affiliate owner knows exactly how to build the business that they've been trying to build.
Yeah, I think obviously everybody's familiar with coach development, but now affiliate development is now full up and running, and we're going to dive into that. But I do think it's worth kind of diving into, like, let's go in the Wayback Machine.
Let's do it.
How do we kind of get here in this haunted house that we're staying at?
Memory lane, if you will, Fern. Yeah, I think, you and I, we've been involved in CrossFit for nearly 15 years. Marcus, of course, a huge part of Barbell Business. I think being a part of the affiliate culture and helping the affiliates is so important to us because we've been box owners for the greater part of our adulthood, and it's had such a tremendous impact on us. It's important that we pay that forward to the current and next generation of affiliate owners.
Yeah, I think all of our paths have kind of led us here. So you and I have been working on seminar staff for almost 10 years. Marcus, you've been coaching affiliates and businesses for almost 15. We started this, not really with this in mind, but kind of backed our way into it, and then have really over the past 18 months, almost 2 years, like really been grinding the gears, trying to find out what that solution would look like. And affiliate development is a huge problem inside the CrossFit ecospace,
sure.
and it's not appropriate, meaning like we need to solve that. Like, there's no better fitness kind of methodology than CrossFit, in our opinion. There's a ton of people that want to do it, and there's a ton of people that need help, and that's really what we set out to do. It started with kind of just the podcast in general, but, here we are today. But I think kind of framing like why this is so important, I think, is a big part of what we do. So it's like there was a massive amount of white space with regard to the types of business coaching that was out there. I've done virtually all of it, and like the only thing that even came close, Marcus, is when you and I hooked up 7 or 8 years ago, and that was, that wasn't even close to what we're doing now, and that was the best that was out there at that
No
time.
hard feelings.
Yeah. I mean, it was good.
No.
It was good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Well, and I think it's important to consider. I opened my first affiliate, Albany CrossFit, in 2007. And at the time, there was no affiliate coaching. So it was really just, you found this methodology. Like you said, it's the best out there. Nothing is better than CrossFit when it comes to just a fitness routine. So you and I found, affiliates and started way back then, and there was nothing. People like Marcus came along and realized there was a need. We needed help. I always tell people the CrossFit business, there's like 80% overlap with general business practices, but there's a solid 20% that's like, this is CrossFit.
It's very nuanced.
It's very different. It's a balance of customer service, developing as a coach, providing for your members, and you need coaching when you're going to do that. There's 15,000 affiliates out there, many of which are struggling. Maybe if they're listening right now, they realize, I do need some help, and that's what we provide. We've taken nearly 200 affiliates, and we like to talk about, we've taken them from good to great, or we've helped them open from day one, or people that have bought an affiliate or taken over an affiliate, or even ones that are like, I'm failing, please help.
For sure. I mean, look, here's the thing. CrossFit affiliate owners, just like most service-based or specialized small business owners, they get into this because of a love for the craft. They didn't come into this with a background in business or sales or marketing or operations in most cases. Some may have, in a previous life, spent some time in those roles. But, the long and short of it is that they got into it because they love CrossFit and they want to coach it and they wanted to move forward and help this movement push forward. And the reality is that there are business fundamentals that apply here, and most don't know where to start. And the big problem that we've set out to solve specifically with Affiliate University is doing something that is specifically for CrossFit affiliates and does not push you away from CrossFit, because that's what I saw in the space for the last many years. It seemed like everyone who was providing advice or mentorship to affiliate owners, it was like, hey, yeah, CrossFit is great, but it doesn't, you know, the business model doesn't work. You should do it like this or like that. And it seemed like everyone was kind of trying to change it rather than trying to figure out, well, how can we do this right? Because there is plenty of evidence and plenty of affiliates who've built a thriving business doing this. And everyone seems to see that and they're like, well, I want that, but apparently that's not a real thing. I can't do that, and gets pushed in another direction. And so we specialized exclusively on the affiliate owner and the CrossFit, the business of running an affiliate, to help people figure out, okay, what is my version of this and how do I make this successful?
Yeah, I think there's a couple, in my opinion, myths floating around, and that's really kind of like rubs me wrong, but this idea that, like, hey, you can't go past 150 members, 300 is when relationships break down, you can't make money in the CrossFit space, the group model works and is not something that's sustainable. All of that is wrong. I mean, I've already done it. We've met with multiple people just this week who are thriving with that model by itself. And the whole rub here is that we just need to really deep dive into what we set out to do instead of constantly trying to find something else. And that is a lot of what we teach with regard to, hey, we're not going to be talking about marketing. We're not working with, paid advertising. When I say marketing, we're not going to be working with other micro gyms or whatever that term even means. But like, we are working with CrossFit affiliates. And I've said this before, but we want to try to help people build the affiliate that if, Coach Glassman walked in, Adrian Bosman, Chuck Carswell, name your CrossFit hero. They walked in and they're like,
Jason Ackerman.
Who?
I'm thinking you said name your hero, and I think a lot of people probably just said my name.
Yeah, got it. But if that person, if a little short Jewish guy walked in your gym and you're like, what would make me proud? But no, if, pick your CrossFit hero. If they walked into your affiliate, they would be like, this is how it's supposed to be done. Like, this is a facility that's got world-class professionals running a solid business, customer service is on point, the community's thriving, and you walk in and you can just feel that vibe. And that's what we want to push people back towards, because it does work. And it's been a weird time, and that is what it is, but it's time to refocus.
Can I say something?
No.
Can I say something?
Sure.
And it's going to be stupendous. I'm going to speak in absolutes, but it's something that's been bothering me for quite some time. Feel free to edit this out in post.
You hear that, Nate?
Oh, we're going to talk B-roll?
We're talking B-roll. No, here's something that's really been bothering me. I think there are people out there preying and bullying CrossFits. And what I mean by that is owning any business is a challenge. We've all done it. And if someone catches you at that very right moment when you're on the struggle bus, when you're questioning why I'm doing this, I'm working so hard, I'm not making enough money, and someone catches you in that moment and says, hey, let me have you pivot. What you're doing isn't smart. What you're doing won't work. I've got the actual solution. You're likely to say, all right, I'll give it a try. But there's people that are preying on CrossFit affiliates just because they're in that weak spot. And what we're doing is saying, hey, we understand that. We've been there even.
It's normal.
It's very
Part
normal.
of the process.
Don't change your love. Like, this shouldn't shift your love for CrossFit. This shouldn't change your business model. But you just have to do what you love better. Do that, but better, which is what we do. We keep you in the affiliate. We hold true to CrossFit. We hold true to the group classes. We hold true to growing your community. We're not going to try to pull your attention in a million different directions. We want you to do CrossFit.
Yeah, and I think what's important about that is we see the same thing in the actual training space, meaning like people, they can want to, hey, I've got something better if you do it this way. I'm like, no, CrossFit's plenty good enough. It's good enough for a long time. And now that we've seen that overlap and it's kind of moved into the business space, and they're like, hey, we've got something better. And I'm like, no, it's plenty good enough. We just need to dial some things in. And then a lot of what we work with people is getting to understand, like, there's seasons of business ownership, and that you can get to certain seasons by doing some things that won't get you to the next season. And kind of what you're referring to is a lot of people get into the next season, things don't trend the way that they're supposed to, just like training. Well, I didn't have this perfectly upward trend of strength gains, and like, oh, this program sucks.
Right,
and it's
I
like,
need something else.
I need something else.
Right.
I need something different. It's like, well, no, maybe you just need to approach a little bit different. Maybe you need more rest days. Maybe you need to look at doing
Consistency.
more accessory work, like just in order order to fill some gaps. And that's a lot of what we work with people on, is figure out like, hey, where are you at in this whole life cycle of being an affiliate owner? And then what do you need specifically in order to make it to that next level? Do you need to hire full-time coaches? Do you need systems? Do you need to work really, really diligently with your coaching staff to get them up to speed? Or do you have no idea how to price things and how to create, enticing offers with regard to like having your community build itself? All of those things are different, and everybody at some point in this whole journey will come up with a deficiency, just like CrossFit. I mean, this is the Hopper model, man. Like it's just like, hey, what are you bad at? Let's dive into that, and then I'll see you at the next level.
What do we say? There's more to be gained by attacking your weaknesses headlong than by spending additional time working on your strengths.
Yeah.
That's the same thing when it comes to affiliate ownership, right? The Hopper model, like you just said, let's not worry about what you're doing well. Let's dig into what's not going well, and that's what's going to help your business skyrocket.
So let's give a little framework of what it is and how this works. Yeah. So, Affiliate U, it's for affiliate owners. It's a 12-month-long course, but it is both affiliate development and coach development. So some unique things about Affiliate U that are different from anybody else in the space. Number one, we do both, right? With our background, you need both, right? You cannot.
Both. It's not one or the other.
Yeah, you cannot do it. Anybody who's going to sell you, hey, be like, listen, you need to run some ads, even though your coaching is garbage. That's a recipe for disaster. So you have to have both. We're insistent on having both, and we're insistent on having a balance between both. That's where like a lot of our expertise, a lot of your expertise, taking those and then blending them together to find like what's the perfect match so that we can grow like a really thriving CrossFit affiliate.
And I'll throw one thing on there. There are affiliate owners that tell us, oh, I only need one. They're wrong.
You're wrong.
You need both. You can't clean up behind the scenes and not clean up the forward-facing stuff, and you can't do it the opposite. If you have amazing coaching staff, but your systems and operations are a mess, that's going to be disaster as well. You need both, and like Marcus said earlier, you have two people that have done it from the affiliate level to the coaching level. Level 3, level 4, thousands of seminars. We've been around the world coaching this thing. We can help you develop the coaching, but we also have the expertise, the experience, and the knowledge to clean up your affiliate.
100%. It takes both, and more often than not, the people who think like, oh, I'm good over here, I just need to do that, are sorely mistaken. And once they see how much better it can get, and the reality is it's often not just maybe they are a decent coach, but their staff is not on the same level.
Right.
And a big part of what we do in Affiliate U in phase 2, which is the coach's development phase, is where we bring the entire staff on. And it's not just a matter of making you better from the top, but we want the entire team on board with this so we can develop everyone together and level up the entire coaching experience so you can deliver a safe, effective, and fun CrossFit class every time consistently.
So many affiliates struggle with coaches' meetings, with coaches' developments, like Marcus just said. Once you get to semester 2, phase 2, you're actually bringing your entire team on. We're helping, if you have a team of 4 or you have a team of 8, they're meeting with Fern, they're meeting with myself to improve. It's going to make them better coaches, and I'll tell you what, you've experienced this. Your coaches, yes, they want to get paid. They want to feel valued for their time, but ultimately they want development. No one starts coaching CrossFit without this desire to be a better coach. That's what you're going to provide them being a part of Affiliate U. And in addition to that, if you struggle with meetings, we're going to help direct you there. We're going to help you run efficient meetings. Fern runs amazing meetings at Rife, and that's part of what we bring to this. How do you get your team cohesive and synergistic so we can bring up the entire community there at the box?
And then on top of that, this is already kind of known, but just to reiterate it, it's the most CEUs that you can get from any course.
How many?
Or program. 50.
Are you sure?
So you could
That
fulfill.
sounds like too much. Is it 50?
50.
50. You could fulfill your entire CEU requirement with this course, and so that's for the affiliate owner. If your coaches are participating in phase 2, they are eligible for CEUs as well. So this isn't just about bringing them in and working with, we're trying to push them to the next level. If you're thinking about taking your level 3 and you're in the course and you take that prior to finishing the course, you're going to be eligible for those CEUs, and now you're good for 3 years. Your coaching staff are going to be able to fulfill, on the high end, probably upwards of maybe half, depending on their participation level. But the whole point is to get people out of this rut of hey, I'm just going to do my level 1 and I'm good, and then I'll just revalidate that in 5 years. No, you should be continuing to grow as a professional. And the beauty about CEUs, and we talked to Austin Maliolo and Gary Gaines about this, is when you get to that level of level 3, you get to choose your own path with regard to your development. You can now branch out into these other areas of expertise and specialize in something if you want, because I'm just trying to pad my knowledge instead of having to go through. You've hit all the wickets at that point, and that's super important.
Well, and as two people that have had to revalidate numerous times at this point, it gets pricey. You have to spend a lot of money. If you want to take, for example, one of CrossFit's specialty seminars might give you 14 or 16 CEUs. However, oftentimes you have to travel somewhere for that. You have to stay at a hotel. You have to give up, 2 days. And, of course, they're great. Go take Coach B's. Go take aerobic capacity. They're fantastic. However, cost effectiveness, this is through the roof, because like Fern said, just to be clear, if you have your level 3, you'll get 50 CEUs by completing. But your coaching staff, if you have 2 or 3 people on staff with their level 3, we're talking 100 or more continuing education credits. That's really, really valuable.
And here's what I think is unique about that, because all of those continuing education options through CrossFit, like all these other ones you just mentioned, they're fantastic. But the point for us is that we are focused on making the core, the ability to teach CrossFit better. It's about the foundation of it, right? All of those are wonderful, and there are different elements of it and different components that will make you a better coach as well. But we're focused on making you better at the core thing, teaching an amazing CrossFit class. And that is what everything else builds on, because that is the core product.
The other thing that I think is worth noting is that when you come into Affiliate U, this is it.
Don't forget about young Katie.
Well, with regard to young Katie is the glue. Young Katie is the glue. Yeah,
Thanks for the coffee.
Yeah.
Thanks for the coffee, young Katie.
But the point is like you're not going to get somebody as a coach or a mentor who was just in the course six months prior to you. We're not handing you off to anybody. Like, this is the crew. You're talking about how many years as an affiliate owner?
All of them.
All of them. So all the
over
years.
15. I opened my first CrossFit affiliate in 2007. I was one of the first 100 affiliates in the world.
Right. I'm still operating mine. Marcus, you...
So am I,
kind of, not really. Yeah. If you guys want to check that video
Roz,
out, feel free.
Can I just, a little peek behind the curtains? Roz canceled her membership. Roz...
He's back down.
You're right in that window. You couldn't make it past the 90-day point.
I couldn't, I found, we like to talk about 75 people. I've won myself.
Well, listen, I can help you. One of the things we work on extensively is understanding the concept of retention. So, not only in your box, but also in your marriage.
I need that one.
I need that too. So, but I completely forgot where I was going with that. But
we were saying we have done this thing. We've been around for a very long time.
You have owned affiliates for a long time. I still own and operate mine.
Very successful, by the way. Nearly 500 members, 3 full-time. I want to brag for you. 3 full-time coaches. I mean, a recovery room. Everything that we talk about in Affiliate U, you've done. And a lot of the things that we are teaching, we've both made those mistakes. People talk to us like, how'd you know this? Oh, because I spent $10,000 making that mistake. Or Fern spent $100,000 on that. Like, we've done it all.
Well, I think it's just important to know that you're going to be interacting with people that are still currently doing it. This isn't something who's talking in the past. They'll be like, oh, this is when I did it. It was this way. Currently still have my fingers in it. We're still toying it. We're still exploring. We're still changing things. We're still trying to optimize the tiny nuances of the business. So if you're going to get on a call, we're going to speak exactly to that, and we're going to walk you through the nuances. How many times have we gotten on a phone call and be like, hey, just say it differently. Hey, that I know exactly what you're talking about. We're going to make a slight tweak to that, and they'll come back and they're like, yeah, that totally worked. And I'm like, I know. I've done it 1,000 times, and I'm still doing it.
Did it yesterday.
Yeah.
I want to say this, though. I think the importance of that is CrossFit is still in its infancy. Maybe it's a toddler right now. So you might think like, oh, there's football coaches, they don't play, and they're coaching, and I can listen to them. Football's established. Football's been around for, 100 more years? Like people have been playing this game. CrossFit's still evolving. It's still ever-changing. So if someone is coaching you and they don't currently own an affiliate and they're not involved in the affiliate space, they don't understand those changes. They don't understand what happens when someone in the community is no longer involved. They don't happen what happens when these things change. The landscape is changing so quickly. Someone like Fern, someone like myself, someone like Marcus, who's still very actively involved. We both worked seminars this past weekend. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're still traveling the world teaching this thing. It's so important. It's vital that you're working with people that understand the zeitgeist, exactly what's happening today. You like that word?
Yeah, I do. I'm actually pretty proud of you.
Was that impressive?
Yeah.
But Katie, will you look up zeitgeist for me?
So then to go one level deeper on that, and this is largely something I learned from you many years ago, is that a lot of the things that I explored with, prior to us really diving in and trying to fix this problem, they were not actual solutions. Yeah. They were Band-Aids that in most instances caused further damage to the business. It was just further down the road.
Right.
It felt good at the time, but it didn't actually fix the problem. And that's something that I largely give you credit for, Marcus, when we met, 14, 15, whatever that was, is like we started fixing the actual problems. It was like, hey, I need to do this. And it's like, no, you don't. That's not the actual problem. The actual problem is X. And I'm like, no, it's fine. I don't need to do that. And they're like, nope. The actual problem is X. And until you fix that, we'll continue to have this circular conversation. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to agree with you because you're wrong. Meaning like, and that's one thing I think is important about us from coaches. I think somebody recently told me, they're like best thing Fern ever is he just told me no all the time. And I'm like, I'm not going to let you be an idiot.
No, you are fantastic at that. You are very good about removing your emotion. It's hard with a box, right? Like, we understand there's emotion involved. You care about it. It's hard to not take things personally, and one of the things you do really well is kind of remove that emotion from it and just give direct answers and steer people in the right direction regardless of their feelings. Like, fuck your feelings, right? Like, that's what you do when it comes to coaching affiliates.
Well, kind of, and this is where I think.
Well, you don't.
I don't care about your feelings,
yeah.
but this is where I think having the context within the CrossFit community that we all have is super important. Which is, we're not going to be this, all-in systems-based programming, which is like, hey, these are the rules, and whatever, you're going to charge that person for the cancellation fee no matter what, right? We're trying to have a balance of both and understand that, like, you do need rules. You also need to understand that you are fostering a community, and there's a time and a place to bend or break or make the right decision, and guiding people through that so that they can really learn how to become like a really, really good leader inside of their box and then hand those skills off to people. And we've had, countless conversations like, here's what I did and here's why, because that's the rule. To which my question is like, how did that work out? And they're like,
what did you benefit?
Yeah, what did you benefit? And like, they canceled the membership. So I'm like, was it worth the $20? And they're like, no. And I'm like, right, that was the wrong decision, even though those were the rules.
Well, I think a lot of people, when you come from a place as a business owner where you had no rules, no structure, no systems, right? The pendulum swings in the other direction, and you're trying to correct it. And so now I've got to be super systems, and it's all about the rules, and it's all about the structure. And don't get me wrong, you guys know I love systems and structure and finding the efficiencies. But in a relationship-based service model like this business is, it is the magic is in the balance of those things, because ultimately you have a business based on relationships if you're doing this right. We had such an incredible interview yesterday with Lindsay McDuffie from CrossFit Hendersonville.
Yep.
That, she laid it out beautifully, where it is all about the people, and she's built a tremendous affiliate.
Doing just CrossFit.
Just the core thing right. And it's because she's always been a people and relationship focused owner, where yes, you have the structure and the systems and the policies to help mitigate a lot of the headaches and to make things clear and obvious and easily communicated. But at the end of the day, you work with people to help make things happen. People have things come up in their lives and issues, and you take care of them, and guess what? They take care of you.
That's what affiliate ownership's all about.
1,000%.
You take care of your members, they will take care of you. Affiliate University, it's designed by CrossFitters, it's for CrossFitters, and we are super excited to be presenting this to you.
Yeah. If you guys have questions about any of this, you want to find out more, we'll be in the APN. Check out besthour.com. Just hop on a phone call. We're happy to chat with you about what it is that you're looking for and let you know, hey, this is what we think you should do. But just reach out. We know you guys have questions. We all had questions. We've been through the ringer. We're here to help. And I think this is really, really cool that now CrossFit has kind of an official partner in this journey that looks, feels, tastes, smells like CrossFit, because we're CrossFitters. Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.